World Cup champions France have set a date for the title showdown of football's most coveted trophy, the FIFA World Cup, with Lionel Messi led Argentina as they saw off giant killers Morocco 2-0 in the thrilling semi-final, which concluded earlier this morning. Good morning, I'm Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. Lapses in ensuring effective implementation of the laws lead to increase in accidents. Nearly 6 deaths caused by vehicular accidents every day. Government bodies remain indifferent. The Election Commission makes public the final list of new parliamentarians towards the direct and proportionate category of November 20 elections to submit the report to the President today. Peru declares a nationwide state of emergency amid a week of protest and political upheaval following the removal and detention of former President Pedro Castillo. And defending champions France breaks spirited giant killers Morocco's hearts as they secure a 2-0 win in the second semi-final of the FIFA World Cup. Set a title clash date against Argentina on Sunday. The government formulates several laws every year to curb vehicular accidents. However, lapses in ensuring effective implementation have led to an increase in accidents. Despite 6 daily deaths because of accidents, the monitoring departments have appeared indifferent in curbing accidents. 12 people were killed after a vehicle met with an accident in Jajarkot on Monday. Another 18 people lost their lives on Tuesday evening when a bus travelling from Banipa to Panoti met with an accident. These 2 accidents took place in the last 2 days alone. A total of 158 passenger bus accidents were reported in the past 5 months. 159 people have lost their lives in 2,300 accidents, while 388 were severely injured. Despite the loss of human lives in vehicular accidents, the monitoring departments have yet to pay adequate attention in curbing them. In addition to narrow and dilapidated road conditions, reckless driving has also been identified as the cause of the accidents. Operation of old vehicles and absence of vehicle tests also cause accidents. While other nations have strong laws related to public vehicles, such laws are very weak in Nepal. Analysts are of the opinion that recklessness of the vehicle drivers is a consequence of the same. According to the government data, more than 18,000 have lost their lives in accidents in the past 8 years. Such a number is larger than those who died during the decade-long armed conflict in Nepal. The number of those injured in vehicular accidents is also larger than those who were killed in the insurgency era. According to the World Health Organization, 3,700 individuals are killed in accidents every day across the country, which is 1,350,000 every year. Nepal is ranked 72nd in the list of countries with the highest number of accidents, ahead of India and China. Around 113,000 individuals who met with accidents in the past 6 years are undergoing treatment at trauma centers and hospitals. Such citizens who met with unfortunate accidents have not received any compensation and are not under any social security mechanisms. With the citizens of working age getting into accidents, families have lost their sources of income. It is imperative for the government to grow sensitive towards this serious issue. Formal procedures for operation of the sessions of the new parliament and formation of the new government are to begin as the Election Commission has made public the final election result. Parliament session must be called within 30 days after the Commission submits its report to the President today, after which a Prime Minister should then be appointed within 35 days. However, there is no legal clarity regarding whether the Parliament session should be held first or a Prime Minister should be decided. Oath of the newly elected parliamentarians is held after the Election Commission submits its report to the office of the President. Parliament session must be called within 30 days, while a Prime Minister must be elected within 35 days of the beginning of the House sessions. The Parliament Secretariat is making preparations to administer the oath of the parliamentarians before the 3rd week of December. A Speaker of the House must be selected within 15 days of a beginning of the Parliament session, chaired by the senior-most member. As no party has a single majority, 2 or more parties will have to call for formation of the government as provisioned by the Article 76, Sub-Article 2 of the Constitution of Nepal. Meanwhile, there is no clarity about whether the appointment of the Prime Minister or the oath of parliamentarians comes first. For everyone to become a Prime Minister, they must be a member of the House of Representatives. However, CPN-UML chairperson KP Sharma Oli was appointed the Prime Minister before being administered the oath 5 years ago. Back then, the erstwhile opposition Nepali Congress had protested the move, terming it unconstitutional. Preparations are in progress to hold the oath first time this time. However, formation of the new government remains complicated as the political parties are yet to conclude on securing majority in the lower house. Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question: why has the dispute related to tenure in police service not been permanently addressed? Your options are A, political interest, B, impact of absence of long-term plan, and C, factions within the organizations. Voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for international update. Peru has declared a nationwide state of emergency amid a week of protest and political upheaval following the removal and detention of former President Pedro Castillo. Peruvian Defense Minister Alberto Otarola announced the new 30-day measure, which he said involved the suspension of freedom of movement and assembly and could include a curfew on Wednesday due to acts of vandalism and violence, including roadblocks. The move came as a judge ordered Castillo to remain in prison on charges of rebellion and conspiracy for another 48 hours in the run-up to a release hearing. Castillo's supporters have taken to the streets across the South American nation to demand the left-wing leader's release, as well as new elections and the removal of his successor, former Vice President Dina Boluarte. The crisis began last week when Castillo, a former rural teacher and union leader who took office in July of last year, announced plans to disband Peru's Congress and rule by decree. The move was widely denounced as unconstitutional and prompted the opposition-led legislature last Wednesday to vote overwhelmingly in favor of removing him in the third impeachment attempt of his embattled presidency. Boluarte was sworn in shortly thereafter as Peru's first female president, and Castillo was detained and transferred to a police prison near the capital Lima, where he is still being held.
Sports News brought to you by Lakshmi Steel, नेपालमै guaranteed #1 quality. साधारण bulb भन्दा उज्यालो, Vega LED bulb, भविष्य उज्यालो छ. V-Bond world-class ergonomics office chair with 4 years warranty. Dish Home, खुशीको connection.
Defending World Cup champions France have set a date for the title showdown with Lionel Messi-led Argentina. The football fever, as it always does, has immersed the Nepali supporters this time as well. However, the presence of supporters in Nepal's public spaces with live screenings has been sparse this winter. In this context, we have a special report by our colleague Prarambha Dahal.
Absolutely the right thing in letting the advantage.
Football, a sport which has grown on to become equivalent to a religion throughout the planet, brings its fans a fiesta every 4 years with the FIFA World Cup. Increasing number of screenings at public spaces, pubs, restaurants, lounges and bars have added enthusiasm among the ardent followers of what the legendary Pele termed the beautiful game.
Live music पनि हुन्छ plus World Cup देखेर हुन्छ good food, good ambience, everything to mix and match everything हुने भएकोले चाहिँ यहाँ चाहिँ World Cup हेर्न चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ अब एकदमै राम्रो माहौलले गर्दाखेरि नै I watch here actually.
Every corner, every restaurant मा TV राखेको छ जुन चाहिँ लाइभ देखाइरहेको छ त्यसको कारणले अहिले अलिकति हामी जस्तो फुटबल लभरहरूलाई चाहिँ अलिकति धेरै नै उत्साह जागिरहेको जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई.
The FIFA World Cup switched from its regular warm summer window to winter cold to adjust with the temperature conditions of its host nation Qatar. The inauguration of the mega tournament also coincided with the November 20 provincial and parliamentary elections in Nepal. While the change in the World Cup calendar did not just have an impact on the schedules of the domestic football tournaments around the world, It also saw relatively low jersey sales and drop in footfalls in public football screening spaces in Nepal in comparison to the previous editions of the tournament.
यसपालि विन्टरमा भएको छ चिसो कारणले पनि तपाईको मान्छेको फ्लो कम भएको हो कि भन्ने लाग्छ वर्ल्ड कप जुन दिनदेखि सुरु भयो नि त्यो दिन तपाईको इलेक्सनको नेपालमा इलेक्सनको टाइम पनि पर्यो र अर्को नम्बरमा तपाईको अब यो वर्ल्ड कपको नतिजा चाहिँ अत्यन्तै फ्लक्चुएसन टाइपको आयो के तपाईको नतिजा कारणले पनि तपाईको जस्तो मान्छेको आफ्नो आफ्नो फेभरेट टिम हुन्छ नि त तर त्यो टिमहरु कति टिमहरु त राउन्ड अफ 16 मै आइपुगेन तपाईको ग्रुप स्टेजबाटै आउट भए त्यो आकारणले पनि कस्टमर तपाईको जुन ऑडियन्स छ नि यो फुटबलको यो तपाईको वर्ल्ड कपको दर्शकहरु त्यो कम भएको हो कि भन्ने लागेछ हामीलाई चाहिँ
However, those who are regularly watching the matches in public places as pubs and bars have a different experience to share. For them, watching football with a blend of music, food and drinks gives a whole another sporty kick. In a separate context, we asked some of the football fans regarding their pick to win the World Cup on Sunday's final at the Lusail Stadium.
यो चोटी चाहिँ मेसीले जित्यो भने उसको पनि चाहिँ एउटा फुटबलको इतिहासमा एउटा चाहिँ ठुलो नाम रहन्छ भन्ने कारणले अर्जेन्टिनाले दिजोस् भन्ने मेरो शुभेच्छा
मेरो टिमले जित्न सकेन आउट भइसक्यो अर्जेन्टिना पुगेछ फाइनलमा अब मेसीले वर्ल्ड कप जितोस्
फाइनलको लागि चाहिँ अर्जेन्टिना बिकज मेसी मलाई मन पर्छ सो होपफुली अब मेसीले चाहिँ के गर्छ एम्बापेहरुको अझ टाइम बाँकी नै छ मेरो विचारमा मेसी डिजर्भ्स इट
So defending champions France have progressed one more time to the grand finale of the FIFA World Cup, as it is heartbreaks for the African nation Morocco, who were the first country from their continent to progress to the last four of the FIFA World Cup. There was not much presence of fans and supporters in different areas where screenings were done and even in the bars and pubs, but as the final grand finale is slated for an 8:45 p.m. kickoff on Sunday and Leo Messi's Argentina takes on defending champions France, a lot more presence of supporters is expected in the different venues where there is live screening. With Rajendra Marzan in camera, this is Pramadal for Kantipur News.
That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.